Yes, I'm going to my search icon, typing Visual. So you could see Visual Studio 2019. Click onto the application. So this is the integrated development environment to develop .NET based applications. You can develop web based application or mobile based application using Visual Studio. Hope you have installed Visual Studio. After installing, you can also modify the install packages using the installer. Now I have a screen. Towards the left I can see the recent applications, and towards the right you can see a list of panes like creating a project or locating a file project from a folder or to open a project. So I'm clicking on to create a new project. Hope you can see console app.framework. So this is the recent project template listing, and towards the right you can see if I'm choosing C sharp, and here I'm choosing instead of console I can have all project types. So you could see you can develop console application, core web applications, and creating a class libraries and so on. So to learn the fundamental, we work on with the C sharp. So here we can choose the languages. You can see a number of languages being included. So I'm choosing C sharp. I'm going to choose the platform to be Windows, and the project category could be console. So I have two listing. Under this I'm choosing console app .NET framework. So after selecting this I can move on to next. So here I'm prompted to enter a project name. So here my project name could be first app. So if you want to change the location of your directory, you can browse for and locate your repository. Here by default it would be taking the project name to be the solution name. This we could identify later. So this is the solution creation, and here you could identify the .NET framework versions. So I'm going to use the latest version 4.72 and clicking on create. since a lot of applications are running at background in my desktop, it takes some time. Yes, now we are back to the project. Yes, so this window, you could see the menu bar locator towards the top, and here is the screen where you can identify the console based code, and this is at the bottom. You can see the output window. Here you could see the debugging options. Towards the right hand side is your solution explorer, where you have all your packages like configuration files, your applications, your assemblies, configuration settings will be loaded in your solution explorer. So this is my file named to be program.cs. So .cs is the extension for C# program. To identify, this is a C# program file. Now coming into the code, so by default you should have the directive. So in C we call it as header files, in Java we call it as packages, and in C++ also the header file. Here we call it as namespace. So using is the directive and system is your namespace, and within the namespace you can have a number of classes, and within the class you are supposed to place your methods, that functions. So placing an enter, I'm going to write my code to be console dot. So it has to tempt me to write some code. So this we call it as IntelliSense. So I'm just typing, choosing right line within the bracket, starting my bracket. Automatically the bracket is closed. So I will type, welcome to C# programming. So I need a semicolon, just a statement terminator. So this is my first C# programming. To run this program, I press Ctrl F5. So hope you can see the output window. This is the console. So we are trying to develop basic application, that's the console application. So let it be there to generate my output. So hope you can see at the debugging output. Yes, my output is here. Welcome to C# programming. So here I can say UZ is my directive, system is the namespace, and this is a predefined namespace, and first tab is the namespace created by the user as me. So within this namespace I can have a number of classes. A namespace is a collection of classes. So here can you see system? Within the system you are having a number of namespace collections like a classes. So here namespace first tab is having your class program. So this is program.cs is my name of the program with an extension .cs, and here by default can you see the static is without object instantiation. You can call the main program. So void is no return type, main is the function name, and string is the command line arguments, and args is the variable, that's a string array. So within this function you are supposed to write the instruction within the method. So console is the class. So can you see the tip? So your class system.console, it represents the standard input and output error streams for console application. This class cannot be inherited. So to browse, you can go for online. So this console is based on your input output operations and for streamings. So this class is present under the namespace system. So writeLine is a method to display some characters in the output window. So here I have mentioned welcome to C# programming. So you could see the output which is being displayed in the console.